What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to competitive decks. Now, as you can tell, this week we're doing something a little bit different. We normally cover either new Pokemon to this generation or they returned with home, but this week you can see we're doing Gardevoir and Gallade. So these were actually requests that I received on the channel. I received one request for each one, and so I thought I would combine them into one video. Now, we do only have one more week of this before we get the DLC, so make sure to leave your suggestion down in the comments below so that I can make sure to get to it before I start covering all of the new stuff. So yeah, hit me up down in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave a like on the video and make sure to subscribe if you are new. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Gardevoir and Gallade are both really cool Pokemon, right? I'm not going to say that they are particularly strong out of the grand scheme of things. Now, their Megas definitely helped out when they had Mega Evolutions back in last generation, but this gen, they lost them. So they've had to get a little bit, more creative, I guess, going back to their roots of before that. And they've got a few new tricks up their sleeve, so we're going to go ahead and talk about how to use them. So we're going to start with Gardevoir. Now, Gardevoir is a great Scarf user, and this is going to be the most common set that you see on the ladder. Moonblast, Psychic, Mystical Fire, and Trick. Mystical Fire is a new toy that it got access to this generation, and it helps you with Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn was always a switch into this, and there was nothing you could do about it. Now you have an option. So Mystical Fire obviously doing 4 times super effective damage to Ferrothorn on the switch in. This is also going to help you with Scizor. Scizor is another common switch into this, and now that it is confirmed going to be in Isle of Armor, this is going to allow you to hit that on switch in. It can't come in for free anymore. So yeah, I think this is a cool option. Do keep in mind though that a Bullet Punch from Scizor is going to annihilate your day, so don't think that your Scarf is going to keep you safe from him. Just catch him on the switch in and you'll be just fine. Now, Choice Specs, again using the same set here. Specs is awesome, giving you that little bit of a boost that you need. I like it. There's not really a whole lot to talk about with this set as far as the differences between it and the Scarf set. They're pretty much the same thing. You can run Psyshock or Psychic either way. I like Psyshock on the Spec set because now you're covering that physical defensive side. I think it's better this way, but of course you can run whatever you would like. And of course, Trace is a cool ability. Before we move on, I want to talk about that. Trace, when you switch in, you take the ability of your opponent. So this can be used in some interesting ways. So you could go in on, say, an Arcanine, right? Arcanine having the ability Flash Fire. And so you take the Flash Fire, take a fire type move, and now your Mystical Fire is powered up. That's just something to think about. I like that tech. I've used it before in UU, and it does a lot of work. All right, so our meme, which of course is what I think you all are looking forward to, is a Charge Beam Expert Belt set. This allows you to get a +1 boost to your special attack, but allows you to also keep switching moves. So you have a 70% chance to raise your special attack by 1 stage, which is pretty cool. And then you've got the standard coverage. So I like it. Expert Belt, of course, doing extra damage if the move is super effective. So yeah, it's cool. I like it. So now Gallade. Gallade was added on later. It was added in Gen 4 as a supplement to Gardevoir, and I think it's cool, right? It's the physical version, so you've got 125 attack and 115 special defense is not bad, not at all. So this thing can take a hit or two on the special side, which is pretty neat. And of course, a close combat and a Zen Headbutt coming off a 125 attack, plus this gets Sword Stance. This thing can be a problem. The only issue is the subpar speed at base 80. But I mean, you know, you've got like Tailwind strats if you want to get real weird about it, or you could actually run this in Trick Room. I've also considered running Trick Room with, what is it, Room Service that lowers your speed. That could be interesting. I don't know, just weird stuff like that. But yeah, you've got Sword Stance here, and Knockoff could be switched out for Shadow Sneak if you would rather have the priority. And so I think that's something also to think about with this set. It has that kind of versatility. The next one is going to be Sub Bulk Up. I like Sub Bulk Up on this because it has that special bulk already. It can already take hits pretty well on that side. And so now you just use Bulk Up to patch up this side of your defenses, and you're of course boosting your attack as well. So Drain Punch helps you to get that health back. This set's not too bad, honestly. This is an old set. This set was run a long time ago in competitive, like Gen 4, Gen 5. This was a common set, and then it kind of dropped off, but I think this set is actually not terrible. Now, you do need to get up several bulk ups for it to be good, just because the physical attackers are so abundant in this generation. So it's going to be a little bit harder to get this setup off. But once you get it off, I think this could be an actual threat. So definitely go out and try it. All right, last is going to be our meme. And boy, Sub Encore Disable. This gets all of those moves. So if you haven't seen Sub Encore Disable, basically what you do is you go for Substitute on your opponent as they go for a move that is really good against you, right? So you then can Encore them into that move as they hit your sub, and then hit Disable. So now they have to click Struggle. It forces switches, which is really nice. And let's put 4, there we go. It forces switches, which is really nice. You don't really have a way to trap your opponent with this, but this can be really annoying for your opponent. So, you know, as they switch out, you go for another substitute, and then they go for a move, you click Encore and Disable on it. It gets quite annoying, and then you get free Drain Punches off. It helps to wear down your opponent. So I think this is a pretty interesting set here that I think you should try out. So that's going to be all for today's episode on Gardevoir and Gallade. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and let me know what you would like to see in next week's episode. I am super excited for the DLC to come out, and it's going to be great. So this Wednesday, we've got a Wi-Fi battle for you, and it's going to be a great one featuring Libero Cinderace. This thing is such a threat, and I can't wait to show it off for you. And then Friday, we've got our Meme GC episode with our Orbeetle again. So I hope you're excited to see Orbeetle shine one more time. And then Saturday, you'll just have to see. You'll just have to be here. Make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so that you don't miss any of the videos. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.